The scanning array of Station Primus hummed with renewed energy as it detected an anomaly along the outer rim of the galactic frontier zone. Chief Monitor Velk adjusted the quantum sensors, her four eyes narrowing at the data streaming across. Multiple displays. "Captain, we have an unregistered vessel entering Sector 94B, she announced, mandibles clicking in concentration. Mass signature suggests heavy armament. Captain Thords moved swiftly across the command deck, his crystalline wings catching the station's bioluminescent lighting. "Display visual feed," he ordered, settling into his command throne. The main view screen flickered, revealing a vessel unlike any in the Galactic Union database. Sleek and angular, it bore no familiar markings or propulsion signatures. Warning. Klaxons began to sound as the ship's weapon systems came online. "Unknown vessel, this is Station Primus of the Galactic Union," Thors broadcasted across all known frequencies. "Identify yourself immediately or face defensive measures." Static crackled before a response came through, translated by the station's AI. "This is Earth Defense Cruiser Atlas. We received no response to our previous communications. Are you friendly?" "Earth?" Velk whispered, rapidly accessing the database. "No records exist of this species or their homeworld." The human vessel maintained position, neither advancing nor retreating. Thors noticed several peculiarities about its design: armor plating that seemed to shift and adapt, energy signatures that defied conventional physics, and weapon ports that suggested technology far beyond simple plasma cannons. "Curious," mused Thors. "Their ship appears designed for sustained combat operations. Most Union members rely on defensive shields and diplomatic protocols." Suddenly, proximity alarms blared. 3 Wraithan raiders, notorious pirate vessels known for raiding frontier stations, dropped out of hyperspace. Their targeting systems immediately locked onto both Station Primus and the human ship. "Execute emergency protocols," Thords commanded, as the station's defensive platforms activated. The first volley from the Wraithan ship struck the station's shields, causing minor fluctuations. To everyone's surprise, the human ship didn't flee. Instead, it accelerated toward the attackers with a speed that made the sensor operators double-check their readings. "What are they doing?" Velk exclaimed as the Atlas opened fire. Beams of pure energy, unlike anything in the Union's arsenal, sliced through the lead Wraithan vessel's shields as if they were mere decoration. The precision was surgical. Each shot disabled specific systems rather than destroying the ship outright. Within moments, the first raider was crippled. The second attempted evasive maneuvers, but the human ship predicted each movement with uncanny accuracy. A series of kinetic projectiles followed by an electromagnetic pulse left the second vessel drifting powerless. The third Wraithan ship attempted to retreat, but the Atlas launched something the station's sensors couldn't classify, a weapon that seemed to warp space itself. The fleeing vessel was caught in the distortion field, its engines disabled instantly. "Incredible," Thords breathed. "They neutralized 3 Wraithan raiders in less than 1 kilocycle." The human ship repositioned itself near the station, then broadcast again. "Station Primus, the threat has been neutralized. Would you like us to tow these vessels to your detention area?" Later, as the station's security teams processed the captured pirates, Captain Thors met with the human officers in the Diplomacy Center. The beings called themselves Commander James Lee and Dr. Elena Rodriguez of the United Human Coalition. "Your combat capabilities are impressive," Thors admitted, sipping a nutrient solution. "Most species in the Union prefer to avoid conflict." "Commander," Lee smiled, a gesture the translation software explained as friendly. "Where we come from, peace is precious because we know the cost of war. We prepare thoroughly to protect what we value." Dr. Rodriguez added, "Our ancestors faced numerous threats on our homeworld. We developed technology and tactics out of necessity, not aggression." "But why come to this sector of space?" Velk inquired, her curiosity overriding diplomatic protocol. "Exploration and potential alliance," Lee responded. "We detected your communications network and traced it here. We'd like to learn more about the Galactic Union." Over the following cycles, the humans shared their technology and tactics with Station Primus. They introduced concepts like multi-vector assault patterns, adaptive armor systems, and AI-driven threat assessment. In return, they absorbed knowledge about the Union's diverse species and diplomatic structures. The turning point came when a fleet of Karthek devastators appeared at the edge of the system. Known throughout the galaxy as conquerors who destroyed entire civilizations, their arrival sent panic waves through the station's populace. 37 capital ships, Velk reported, her voice trembling. They're demanding immediate surrender. Thords looked to Lee, who stood calmly beside the command throne. Your Atlas couldn't face such numbers alone. The human commander's smile was different this time, determined rather than friendly. We won't be alone. We've called for reinforcements. Before Thords could ask what humanity could possibly send that would make a difference, space warped near the station. Dozens of human vessels materialized, each similar to the Atlas but clearly specialized for different combat roles. Heavy carriers disgorged swarms of fighters. Battlecruisers bristled with weapons. Support vessels established a defensive grid that integrated seamlessly with the station's own systems. The human coalition fleet stands ready to assist our potential allies, Lee announced. What followed became known in galactic history as the Battle of Frontier's Edge. The Karthek, confident in their numerical superiority, attacked in their traditional wedge formation. They met a human defense that adapted to their tactics in real time. Human fighters used hit-and-run tactics that the Karthek couldn't counter. Their battle cruisers employed weapons that targeted specific vulnerabilities in enemy shields. Most impressively, they coordinated their assault to isolate and overwhelm ships one by one, turning the Karthek's numerical advantage against them. After 3 harrowing periods of combat, the Karthek retreated, something thought impossible for their warrior culture. In the aftermath, as repairs began throughout the system, Thords formally invited humanity to join the Galactic Union. You've demonstrated not just strength but wisdom in its application, he declared during the ceremony. Lee accepted on behalf of humanity. We look forward to learning from you all. Our history taught us that the strongest defense is a united front. As the human fleet established patrol patterns around Station Primus, Velk noted an interesting development. The Union's own military forces began requesting human advisors. Species that had once feared conflict now sought to learn from humanity's battle-tested strategies, not to become conquerors, but to better protect their own. Humanity's arrival marked the beginning of a new era for the Galactic Union. Their presence didn't bring war, but rather a reminder that being prepared for conflict could be the best way to preserve peace. And as their ships patrolled the frontier, other potential threats learned that the Union no longer feared the unknown, especially when unknown vessels arrived armed for combat and piloted by humans.